Hey guys, welcome. It's Deb from Bowl Me Over. How are you today? Welcome to my house. Today we're making a really easy recipe, and I think it's something you're really gonna like because it's perfect for movie night, easy dinner night, like all the things. Mom used to make this for us like Sunday supper when we just kind of gather around and end the week, or begin the new week, and it was always super fun. But today we're gonna make pizza bread. And it's one of those like big flavor packed recipes because you can use some easy shortcuts. There's no making dough or pushing it out to all the things. And I don't know, it just reminds me of good times long ago. So let me show you what we're gonna need for this recipe. And that is, usually I use French bread, but today I grabbed some garlic bread. And this has garlic butter on it. So what I'm gonna do before we get started is pop this in the oven for about, probably 10 minutes, just to get that butter melted, to get that top crispy, and then we'll continue with the sauce, or continue with the rest of it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna brown some mild Italian sausage. Use spicy if that's your preference. And you know, it's just your favorite pizza topping. So I have cheese, I have some mushrooms, some olives, pepperoni, and pizza sauce. No pizza sauce, use spaghetti sauce. Let's make this forgiving and easy. But you know, if you like bell peppers, certainly bell peppers. You could put artichoke heart, whatever floats your boat for, you know, your favorite pizza. So while, if I could take just a quick minute, I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna brown the Italian sausage, and I'll be back and show you how easy this is to put together. More in just a bit. I don't know if you've seen that, but I cheat and I use my hand when it comes to sausage or hamburger to really spread that out over the pan. It just kind of keeps that bottom to get a good crumble and thins it out a little bit. It's just an easy shortcut. And while all that's grilling up, let's kind of prep our veggies here. And I did wipe my mushrooms off beforehand, but gosh, it seemed like they were dirty, and obviously they are. And you guys know this, right? I cut the end off the mushrooms, and then you can just use a damp paper towel and wipe them down good, which I'm doing right here. And that gets just all the gross stuff off. And I only have 4 mushrooms. Gosh, we don't need very many. So that'll be just about perfect. So let's slice those mushrooms up. In the meantime though, comment in the link and tell me what your favorite pizza toppings are. I would love to hear that. Is this something you've ever made before? I don't know. I always thought it was brilliant of Mom to do that. It just made it so super simple. I asked Dad what his favorite pizza toppings were, and he said definitely hamburger and sausage. And I said, well, I can kind of fit one, but not the other, because gosh, it's I don't want to overload the little pizza breads, right? So easy enough. I enjoy onions on my pizza, so I have a red onion. You can use yellow onion. There's no hard and fast rule here. And I'm just gonna thinly slice them. Just get a nice little oniony flavor. We don't need a whole lot. I think my Achilles heel when it comes to this, I always overload the pizza. Always overload the pizza. So I'm gonna try to be good today and not do that. And then the only other thing I have to do while that's browning is, because you want to make sure the sausage is completely cooked before you put it on the pizza bread. But while that's browning, I'm just gonna shred my cheese, and then we'll be set. So I'll be back in just a few. Okay, my sausage is browned. I just pulled the garlic bread out of the oven, and I'll tell you, I had actually ordered this from Instacart, and I wasn't paying attention when I ordered it, like I had mentioned. And when I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, it's not one big piece of bread, it's 2 small loaves of bread. That'll work. And then I opened it up again, and I'm like, oh, and it's buttered with garlic butter. Initially, I was like, oh, that won't work for this recipe. But actually, it's really gonna work for this recipe because that layer of garlic butter toasted like that, that's gonna add a lot of flavor. So that'll be super cool. So I just have store-bought pizza sauce, and I'm gonna slather that on my little bread. And again, I have a tendency to overdress, and probably the pizza sauce is no different. So I'm gonna be pretty generous when it comes to the sauce. I have another container handy too, just in case, because I figured I'd run out. And now I have pizza sauce all over my hands. Probably should take a poll to see how long it takes me to get pizza sauce all over my white shirt. But that's for another day. All right. By toasting though the bread, that's a really good idea because it crisps up the top of it, and that way it won't get very soggy. Hang on, let me wash this. Okay. Sometimes I put the toppings on, then the cheese to hold it. I think I'm going to do a little bit of both by putting some cheese on the bottom to help hold the ingredients. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of cheese as well when we finish putting all the toppings on. And I kind of just guessed to see, I might not quite have enough cheese, but we'll find out. Okay, so I pared it down to sausage, olives, mushrooms, and onions. That's all we're going to use for this recipe because, again, overfilling. So just pile the sausage on. And again, I used a mild Italian sausage, crumbled it up nicely, made sure all the pink was gone from the meat, and it's browned really good, really well. Just gonna pile, generously top each loaf with that. Whatever I don't use, I can hang on to for later. All right, that looks really good. Actually, that looks super yummy. Okay, perfect. I have some mushrooms. And of course, like I had mentioned earlier, you do you. If you're not into mushrooms or olives or whatever it is. If you like just cheese pizzas, that works too. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some mushrooms here and there. And I only diced 4 mushrooms, but actually I probably could have got away with just 3. All right. That looks wonderful. Some onions. I thinly sliced red onions. White onions work too. It's just what I had on hand. And if somebody, you know, like even the kids could make their own little individual pizzas, that would be super fun for movie night. Or if you're having the grandkids over, whatever it is, everybody gets to make their own. That's always super fun. Okay. Wonderful. And then the olives. Don't these look amazing? And they're not even cooked yet. And they're easy, right? There's no dough making. There's no being in the kitchen forever. Like 10 minutes of prep. Yeah, that's how we roll. Wonderful. Now here comes some of that extra cheese. I know for me, every time I carry it from the oven, from the cutting board to the oven, I swear everything falls off. So I'm going to use some of this extra cheese that I grated as a little bit of glue. That'll help hold everything in place. I keep glancing outside because I can hear this big storm coming. I tell you, March went in like a lamb and out like a lion, and today's April 1st. And gosh, it's one of those days. I think it's continuing. So my oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna pop this in the oven and I'm gonna watch it carefully. The bread is cooked, all the ingredients are cooked. It's gonna take anywhere between probably 12 to 15 minutes. The recipe itself, if you're using the French bread, says 20 minutes. And again, that's because we didn't bake it already first. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. And we're gonna be ready for some pizza. More in a bit. Okay guys, I took those few minutes while that was baking and I cleaned up my space, which is always a plus. So if you have that few extra minutes in the kitchen, I always think that it's a lot easier to put 2 dishes in the dishwasher at the end than everything that's piled in the dishwasher, and I always recommend that. Anyway, my alarm just went off, so let me get the pizza. Oh boy, does this look good? What do you think? Talk about a wonderful shortcut. What I did too is I had just put it in the oven. I just turned off the camera and I thought, wait a minute, I have some fresh Parmesan cheese. So I grabbed a handful of that and put it over each piece of pizza bread too. Because you know, we're taking some big shortcuts here, but if we add solid ingredients with good flavor, it makes all the difference in the world. And this is scalding hot. I want to try this so you know how yummy it is. Listen real careful. See how crispy that is? Oh, wonderful. I also want to try this without burning myself. So I'm gonna let this cool for a quick minute and I'll be back and then we'll try this yummy pizza. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I think this is cool enough to eat now. So I have this yummy little piece right here. I'm gonna give it a try, see what I think. Guys, that is tasty. And I'm really loving the garlic bread underneath it because it just gives it even more of a pop. I'm gonna try this side with the sausage. That is yummy. That's a great dinner. You know, if you're doing it for Dan and I, I'll make a little quick salad to go with that. That's terrific. I hope you give that a try. What a great recipe, and 10 minutes to prep it all. And you know what really started this originally is that when Mom made this recipe, we'd always have like half the loaf of French bread or garlic bread or whatever it was left over, and it would always get old. So it's a great way to repurpose those leftovers if you have them. So need to make this soon. That's really good. I hope you give it a try. Now don't forget, stop by the blog, bowlmeover.com. Really appreciate when you click over there. And if you have a quick moment, you want to subscribe, I send out emails daily with all kinds of dinner inspiration. As you know from watching the channel, the recipes are quick and easy. Just super yummy stuff. So I'd love to see you over there. Bowlmeover.com. like and subscribe. Your comments below mean the world to me. So if you have a quick moment and can leave a comment, that helps others find me as well. So I'd be so appreciative. Anyway, happy day to you. I hope your day is wonderful. Thanks for joining me and stopping by. And we'll see you again soon.